Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. Yes, and if you're watching on YouTube, hi all, and welcome to the video. Yes, indeed, we're just doing a bit of social mediaing, as is usual. 2 seconds. Yeah, there's one done. As we work our way through. Toast on beans, Omnitech is your friend. Lies! But many people in Omnitech are my friend, so valid. One, oh no, 2 left to do. Here we go. And then finally... Hey, come on. People are waiting. Right, okay. Okay, something's broken there. There we go. We'll get there in the end. Host. You even remembered to blue sky. Yes, I did. Right, let's go to the live screen. Lady Sky Cannon, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Right, let's go. There we are. Right. Oh yeah, we were doing the quest here, weren't we? Thieving spirits. Ah, you know what? We're here. Let's carry on. That's all the social media's done anyway. We didn't pre-farm any of these, unfortunately, but would have been better if we had, because we could have just handed them in immediately. At least I don't think we picked the parts up way back when. X Quality, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. And Mrs. Gallus too is getting a lift home from work, so beer o'clock for me. Ha ha. As you do. Ugh. Midweek cold one, why not? Swifters, welcome to the stream. Did I farm the parts with thieving spirits? I don't think I did. I've done this quest so many damn times, I start forgetting what I have and haven't done on a character. You know what I mean? So, we did do some of it, but I don't think we did all of it. We did bits. They look really luminous today. Have I got... No, I thought I had RTGI on. I didn't. There you go, it's on now. Well, they do admit, omit light. Not much. Emit? Omit. Emit light. Omit is to miss, isn't it? Yeah, where did we get to? We got to 188. It'd be nice to hit 190 today. That would be cool. Title 6. Yeah, this area would look so much better if it wasn't always dark in Lower Sheol, but it always is, and it always bothers me. Almost 1:30 on your crat. There were 120 on the last stream. That was Monday, wasn't it? That's a good few levels you've gained then. So how's everybody's week back? Right, we need to kill thieving spirits. Oh dear. I think someone else is here. Killing the spirits. Oh, I got 2 parts already. Well, someone's killed every spirit. They all the items are unique. You're not a member of a looting team. That's okay. Loot should open up shortly. You've already got this item. Okay. Have to wait a bit longer for the other 2. Wow, that was quick. It's been meh up until now. Not having a great week then. Oh well. Nothing on that thieving spirit. You already have that item. And you already have that item. Are there any others up here? Jovial. No, they drop other things, but they don't drop the components. Can we do anything about how gloomy it is without just ramping up the gamma? Rubicar like slightly less gloomy looking. Don't see any of the ones we need. We just need one more part, apparently. I think that was a radiant spirit we just saw fall off. Yeah, I'm not sure what they were farming up here, but they killed an awful lot of stuff. Well, thievings tend to spawn, well, somewhere around there, don't they? Advanced alloy fuse, igneous rock machine component, and then there's some other part that we don't have yet. Well, that, I think, has saved us some time, I would say. Just them being here killing stuff. Not sure what they're They may have been farming, but... Or maybe they were just clearing the way or something, I don't know. Clearing the way into Ergo, something like that. Actually, let's have a look. There aren't any mobs that have drifted in here. We'll just have to wait on the respawn, won't we? I'm guessing. Couldn't see any this way, could we? Just a wall of corpses. Ship clue. Hey, are you going to do Depths of the Mantis today? Yes, probably. The Ravengers mission, yeah. I said that when we logged off last time, I logged off in Sheol, and I think there's one stage of the quest line to get finished, so I thought while we're here, let's do that first, you know? We got here, and someone had kindly killed a whole bunch of these mobs, so we got the first 2 items very quickly. These are all radiant. Thieving. I need a thieving spirit, please. They're all slowly spawning back. Yeah, we ran here. It was just, the ground was just covered in corpses. The older camp. No. Theodork amp. I think. Subscribe with Prime. Subscribe for 2 months. Currently on a 1-month streak. Thank you very much for the resub, Theodore Camp. There we go. I'm trying to, you know, because I always wonder, are people trying to trip me up with names? You know. I think you can use trimmers on the droid pet, but not on the other pets. I think I might be confusing myself. But you can't use them on Carlo, but like your charm pet, it doesn't work on, but I think it works on the mech, the droid pet. I think. I could be wrong. Just get a cheap trimmer and see if it does anything. It'll say cannot use on this not incorrect monster type, or, you know, something like that. On a 200 bodyguard, I think you can, but I can't remember 100%. Surrounded by radiance. Yeah, because people go, you know, shout out my name, and you read it out loud and go, oh, got me. Tricked me into saying something rude, or, you know what I mean? It doesn't look rude or whatever when you read it, but when you say it, you suddenly find yourself going, oops. Yeah, so I'm always slightly cautious when reading anything out. Till I get used to it. People do it with character names in game as well. When you read them, you think, oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Until you say it out loud and go, that sounds like you just said something very different. And you probably shouldn't have said out loud. Oh, come on, you can't all be Radiant Spirit. One of you has got to respawn that's a Thieving Spirit. Yeah, these are the ones for the other bit of the quest, aren't they? Yeah. Excuse me. I seem to remember one spawning roughly here, but... Yeah, just get a dirt cheap basic one and just see if it works. I genuinely cannot remember if it does or it doesn't, but I never really bothered with them on crap. Give them another minute to spawn, I think. Even when they do spawn, there's no guarantee you'll get the part you want. So this is a bit of a sandbag quest, this one. Div7. Good evening, Cal. How are you? I'm very well, thank you for asking. What are you up to? Yeah, we're just doing the very last bit of the scientist quest. Just because when I logged in, that's where it was. Ragnarok. It would be great if Funcom made a sequel to this, but I doubt today's MMO players would go for the depths of gameplay. Neither will the board of directors, unfortunately. Oh, Thieving Spirit. Yeah, games companies just don't make games like this anymore. It's the WoW effect. We've discussed this many times, but after WoW and its massive commercial success, and you know the way that corporations, there you go, that's 3 parts. Corporations then took over the running of games, game dev houses or whatever you call them. Excuse me. They basically, you know, if anyone approached them with an MMO, they're like, you know, Mr. Suit, generic suit guy, breadhead number 1. Well, oh yeah, is it like that? WoW? No, it's got this in it and it's more in depth and make it like WoW. They just don't want to know. They're like, well, it's got to be yeah, you need to make it a WoW game, otherwise we're not interested. Even if they don't really know what WoW is, make it like WoW. make a WoW clone, or we're not interested. That's literally what happened. So when they try and make some new cool game now, and there's probably been thousands of, games thought up and whatnot, but people have just, the suits at the board, not interested in anything creative or inventive. So Thieving Spirits, Frank Jobin, okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, look what happened to Star Wars Galaxies. I mean, people really loved that game, and then after the success of WoW, Sony went, let's make it more like WoW, and like the entire playbase was like, no, we hate this. This is not the game we've been playing for years, and you've tried to make it into WoW. You've oversimplified it, you've taken away the fun stuff, and yeah, that's started a slow decline. And then unfortunately the IP ran out, and that was the end of it, so... Or the licensing on the IP ran out. So it is very, very unfortunate. But that's where we're at, yeah. So, I mean, it's nice that there's still smaller dev teams that can make games and get them out there, but not so much MMOs, but like KCD. Everyone said that'll never work. It's too complicated. It's too in-depth. It's too hard to play. So they make KCD. So Kingdom Come Deliverance. A very respectable success considering it was essentially an indie game. And then they release KCD 2 like nearly 6 years later. Well, 7, 8 years later. When did it come out? 2018 till 2025. So a big wait between both games. And people going, it's never going to happen. And it did. And it's shocked everybody, all the, the games journalists. Yeah, a big chunk of XP were like, oh, wow, it's actually an incredibly good game. Oh, look, and it's, people, I'm playing it, I absolutely love it. It's very difficult, but I really love that about it. Right, I think that's the very last bit of the quest. Yeah, you get the 150 ring. I already had one, but hey. So that's the very end of the scientist's quest. So we'll go back to Rubicar and get some dailies done. Do you still see Rinkai around? I don't think so. Not for a while. $220 neutral legendary advisor. So last seen, well, today. So they're still around. I haven't seen them personally, but apparently they're still around. So right, okay, let's pick up some dailies, get some buffs, and get cracking. Enigma dogs at this level. Okay. Where can you offer me? Depths of the Mantis Hive. Yeah, so Rav's daily there. We should hit another AI level now as well. Alien daily. Aliens alone. Goodbye. Spaced out. Is it Newland? It's the Newland mission. Awesome. Switching to your Twitch. You can if you wish. The video quality is noticeably better to anybody over on YouTube. YouTube is 1440p at like 50 megabyte per second bandwidth in AV1, so the video quality is much higher. Audio quality is identical, MP3 quality, essentially. Okay, let's try buffs. How come they're all Solitis? Weren't they all Atrox? Did they breed change them? What the hell? Anyway. Did I want something from them? Oh, yeah. All I actually want is the Moochums. You can get all the buffs from these guys. Remember, it was a pain in the ass asking people for buffs back in the day. Yeah, this is player made. There's a couple of them. This one's in tier, and you can get paid buffs as well. They've also got paid characters for the higher level buffs and stuff. Yeah, fit into implants and get. You do need buffs from other players. There's one in Old Athen as well, I think, which gives you all the Froob buffs, which is usually here, but it's not there today. There's one in ICC. There's also Chewie's system of warp bots, which will like transport you to hundreds of locations around Rubicar. There's one here, but it's guild only. But you can do it on Omni, Neutral, or Clan. You can join any one of those guilds. You can join Conquered Dreams in any faction, apparently. And then you got Chewie's buffs down here, so they'll do the same thing. But Chewie has got a massive network of. Oh, he's not here today. Spoke too soon. Yeah, Chewie's got a massive network of characters that will beacon warp you to hundreds of locations on Rubicar. So all the control towers for the Dust Brigade quest, all the anniversary boss mobs, etc., etc., etc. Like just so many locations. Ace with nerf. Has buff bots out at Kite Hill. My god. Right. Different guy this week. Or different guy this mission. After what happened? Very handy. Yeah, for outside tank and whatnot, yeah. Yay, we got the easy one. Right, okay. So here's the NPCs. Here's the corner of win. So let's pull the first mob. And the first alien. Sorry, having late dinner, homemade tuna pasta bake. Nothing to be sorry about. Tuna pasta bake's nice. I like a tuna pasta bake. I eat late quite often as well, don't worry about it. During lockdown, I'd made the mistake of like, I'd have my dinner at dinner time, then I'd have like a snack, and then I'd have supper before bed. I went big. Right. Getting another beer. I shall be back. Right. So we got a dude all the way over here. At 190 we can do a whole Hellet Bay as well, I think. Combine that with the other ring. Nice. If only for the nano resist, it's nice. Oh no, you don't get the nano resist till 201, do you? Or you get less nano resist. Right, let's pull the guy off the platform. Wait till he's just past the NPCs. Pew pew! And now none of the other mobs in here attack, because he's outside their sort of aggro sense range. The quick and painless way to do this mission. Thing is, if you stand near the middle shooting at stuff, you'll get mobs from both sides. You'll have two there, plus this guy in the middle nuking you. So yeah, don't do it that way. Give you the thing. Goodbye. Right, Enigma Dogs. Which is in wine. Ooh, plus 10 buff. Yes, please. Show the young woman your wrist. And we'll spam it elsewhere. There we go. Very handy for twinking on gear when that buffs up. Just the extra 10 to all your base abilities, etc. Just pushes it over the edge. Where are we going? Yeah, we want to go Broken Shores. Round the corner to Wine. Now we got the marker. Into the elm and up and away. Have I still got RTGI on? Oh, I have. Okay. There we are. Don't really need it. Love the atmospherics of the forests. And then you get slightly different atmospherics in swamps. Forest at night. Always love the audio design of the game. You know, every region, every environment, every time of day's got its own kind of musical theme in the background and stuff. Because they kind of largely went with, you know, European orchestra. It feels quite timeless. Whoop. Even for a game that was futuristic. Sounds good. Yes, I know what to do with this. Do you know how to get rid of an org city? Not sure. A base, you terminate the control tower, but a city, I'm not so sure. Yeah, I know if you don't pay the upkeep, it will auto cancel itself. But as it auto pays itself from the org bank, it's a little more complicated now. Need a doggo. I mean, you can kill them without a dog, but it's a damn sight faster once you have a dog. There we go. Kaboom! Yeah, the dog hits it for 50k, so yeah, kind of a no-brainer. You have to keep it on follow, otherwise it will randomly run off and aggro stuff that's a potential threat to your character, whether you're aggroing it or not. Did see a ball down here somewhere. There it is. Nope, that guy's getting one. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how you do it, is the honest answer. I've never had to do it, so I can't speak from experience or with any authority because, well, I've never done it. There's got to be a way to do it. I just don't know what the way is. Is there nothing on the control tower? I mean, you may be able to upgrade it from that. I don't know. Without going there and looking. Player building guide, building quality. Structure has nothing to do. Okay. Asking the wrong thing. Yeah, some of these are going to be out of date. They'll be with the physical cities rather than the instanced ones. There's probably an answer there, but I don't know what it is. Off the top of my head. Carlos, did you make the DG Voodoo guides? Yes, I did. Can't remember what the command is, but... Oh, they're working with Radeon. Yeah, apparently they are. Someone released a new guide for Radeon. I don't have a Radeon card, but on the forums, someone had a written guide there. Is that it? Yeah, this is the thread. Yeah, DG Voodoo 2 2.83.1 resolves a lot of issues, auto HDR, that sort of stuff, but also they were doing it on a Radeon card. So let's give them that. See, I can't make a video on Radeon cards because that doesn't has one. If I had one, then yeah, I could sort of goof around with it until I got it to work. However, I don't have one, so I'm flying blind, you know. Nothing against AMD cards, you know, or anything. Just haven't owned one in a very long time, and my buying decision for graphics cards just depends what's the best thing I can get for the money at the time. Same with any piece of PC hardware, and you know, I don't care which greedy corporation make it. I just want the best deal. You know, that's it. I love companies competing with each other because inevitably you end up with a better deal. Like Intel had it their own way for far too long. Far too long. Oh, you don't need more than 4 cores when clearly we did. Yeah, and they didn't want to know. And it was like, yeah, but we really do need more cards, you know. And they were like, no, you don't need more cores. And then, you know, AMD released Ryzen. And all of a sudden, oh, look, Intel are releasing base, you know, gamer, like consumer level chips with tons more cores on them. Yeah, well, yeah, they got bought out by AMD, though, didn't they? ATI were their own company, and AMD bought them out, so... Conversation I had with my product guy in my school district, they were still buying dual cores in 2018. Oh, even for basic office functions, they're not really up there anymore, not on a modern OS. 4 core with 16 gig of RAM is my work computer, and all it does is office applications and web browsing. That's all it does. Doesn't on Teams, you know, crap like that. It does nothing else, you know. But even that comes with 16 gig of RAM and 4 cores. You're certainly not going to be playing any games on it, you know. You can probably play AO on it perfectly fine, you know, but that'd be about it. Oh, what's Chewie's beacon thing? I can never remember it. .3DFX was a thing. I had Voodoo 2 and then a Voodoo 3. In fact, I think I had 2 different Voodoo 2s. Yeah, Voodoo 3 had 2D on it, so it was one graphics card in the AGP slot. The Voodoo 2 was a PCI graphics accelerator. The Voodoo 3 was like the first pure graphics card. You know, you plugged it in the AGP slot and it did, you know, 2D and 3D. Yeah, the original GeForce came along with rasterization and stuff, and 3DFX were too slow catching up. And everyone went, oh, you don't need rasterization. No, Glide was perfectly fine for us. Sprites are cool. It was like, no, dudes, rasterization is easier to architecture when you're designing something. And that was the end of it. They couldn't keep up. Scotty boy, that's it. Tell Scotty boy. No, Scotty with an I. Y and boy with an I. Scotty boy, help. Warp destinations. Milky Way Mort. Mission. Join his team. Yeah, 16-bit color, yeah. That's why AO still runs in 16-bit color. Ain't nobody been running their desktop in that for 20-odd years. Right, hand in the Alien and regular daily. Yay, 189. We should get another alien level as well. Mission complete. Yay. Yoink. Yeah, Voodoo 3 was awesome. I got a GeForce 2 was the first GeForce card I got. I think I played AO on a GeForce 2, but a 64 megabyte memory version. I remember thinking, oh my, because we paid for the 32 megabyte at the checkout, and then the box they brought out was the 64 version. I sinned and said nothing and just went, thank you, and walked out. Got in the car. We sped off. Yeah, I was playing Deus Ex at the time. I was playing Deus Ex, the original Deus Ex with Mini Glide. And then, oh, you should see it on an NVIDIA, on a GeForce 2. You can turn everything up. And I was like, well, really? I'm like, yeah, you're going to see it. So I got one. If I start a Froob account to mess around with AO again, at least for a while, what profession do you suggest as a first character, as in easy to level without main support? MA. You don't even need to buy weapons, so it does make it easier. Yeah, I mean, play what you like is the true answer. You know, the character the class you enjoy playing is the easiest class to play because you're enjoying it. But in terms of cost, you can argue that MA, because you don't actually need a weapon. You are the weapon. You know, so you can make that argument. Just got AO back online this week after like 13 years. A lot emptier these days. Yeah, sadly so. I'm glad there's still lots to do. Yeah, there'll always be a ton of stuff to do. But, you know, you got to remember people that were keen on video games 22 years ago have mortgages, kids, jobs, stuff like that now. So, yeah, I mean, there's people like me who have kids, mortgages and jobs, but still manage to find a bit of time for fun. I'm the same, but if I was making something starting from scratch and just wanted to be able to just jump in and play without worrying about farming money and items and stuff, I'd probably go for MA just because it's simple. On Froob, paid, I'd go Keeper. Just because it's simpler. But then I'm supporting it with mains as well. Like I'm supporting this character with them now. Don't need to join a raid bot. Claim reward, why not? Oh, my inventory was full. Never mind. Yeah, Keeper is since 18.7, which came out in 2015. It has got Keeper got a massive boost in utility and became a much better class to play. Right, recruit. Yes. Alright, run in straight to the safe spot. Don't know how many other people are in here, but let's see. Can we get the same playfield even? Oh God, why is it always so goddamn busy in here? Whenever I come here, there's always another team ahead of us. Regardless, it's like pulling teeth. And then you stood about waiting for respawns. Oh, maybe it won't be too bad this time. I think it's you ahead of me. I'm by the breeders. Could be. Which GS are we in? We are in GS1. We were in GS4 or 6 or something last time. There was no one else in here. It was great. Or if they were, they were doing different mobs. Yeah, I'm in GS1 as well. You were going to wait by breeders. Is the queen up? Otherwise, just carry on. Don't worry about it. Everything else spawns quick enough. Yeah, if you want to hang by the queen, it won't take me long to catch you up. And then I'll give you an invite for the queen. Right, that's dead. Oh, for fluff's sake. Fell down. None there. Bloody warps in here are too snaggy. They grab you all the time, whether you want them to or not. No, it's a Rav, don't need you. Ooh, nano. You catch me up fast, 172. Yeah, then probably I will, yeah. I am on an NT, a 220 NT at that. So yeah, stupid amounts of damage in here. Alright, waiting on nanos. Get the beer. I'll be back. Huzzah, we has a nanomantai. I don't understand the question or who it's directed at. I don't think it's directed at me. I don't need you. Let's leave you calmed. LV, is that a guild or a location? LV, yeah, what country's LV? Latvia? Is that correct, or? I would not have guessed that, to be honest with you. Not that location. Yeah, I get confused because you get codes for like places in the UK. This tiny little damp island of ours as well. And I think it's the same in America. Like the postal address letters are the same as other countries' entire letters. This is the last Guardian, I think. Nope, one more. Okay. Oh, is that you? Okay. Oh, don't stand near me. I'm playing like a lunatic in here. Let's just get aggro off you. Right, that should keep aggro off you now. Blinded them and nuked all of them a couple of times. Yeah, never follow one of my 220s. If you're like level sub 200, you're just gonna die. Because they just ignore the mobs. Make yourself visible for invite. Yeah, sorry. I was in get it done mode. I apologise. I know there's 2 guardians in this room and I didn't have any more, so I was like, right, where are they? Right, there's one by the door and there's one up on the right hand side. No, I'll pull it in a sec. There you go. Right, now you're dead. Let's blind everyone. Especially blind you. You can have a dot. I'll even use my nano deck on you. Oh yeah, perks, procs, even. Forgot those. Oops. Oh well, more damage now. Oh, there's a 226 Dockaholics ring if you want it. Capital City Warp coming in. Takes a while, but hey. That should have completed. I heard the music, so I'm assuming so. Daily note from the agency. 189. Okay, we need a bit more questing, I think. Here we go. There you go. You'll have landed in your capital city. Nice easy run. I'm going to park this guy. I don't really need him yet. I may need him after, I don't know. We want 190 this evening. Yes, we do. Right, okay, so let's park you. You're going to have to run out. Oh no, let's beacon. We'll beacon to the Shadowlands. And we've got find Halasian Creed. It is in Sheol. That should be in a couple of quest stages. I can't remember where we're at with the Yutto's quest, but you have to complete the scientist quest to do the Yutto's quest completely. So, let's do that. There's also a doji to hand in, but let's just see what the other quest is first. I'm just curious now. Talk to Halasian Creed. If it's go to the dungeon, I'm not sure if he makes us spawn the temple boss or not. If he does, then nah. Because we've got to farm all those insignias and stuff. It's a pain in the backside. Vigilangalam. L sub for emotes is following. Okay. Oh, I sub for emotes. Okay. Well, thank you for the follow. We has emotes. But the Anarchy Online and me related, so I don't know if you'd want them anyway. I've still got the pass. Yeah, I had the pass buff. Yeah, oh, my 220s are kind of ruthless, yeah. I go into 220 mode in dungeons, that's it. I try and remember there's other people in the dungeon. And I calm everything I don't need in the hope that it won't upset anything. Especially in a dungeon like that where everything follows you everywhere, ever. So, yeah. But I always say, don't follow me. It's a very bad time if you do. I think Creed sends us to kill, because we're clan, sends me to kill some unread mobs. We've still got this, we've got the Penumbra quest, and we've got the... Thinking about it, yeah, we've got all of the Inferno quests to do, and I can piggyback all of those with 220 paid characters, so shouldn't be too bad. Luring. Find Halcyon Creed. Upload to map. Oh, it's daytime in Sheol. Not gloom and doom time where everything's in shadow. Is he's the dude up by the lake, isn't he? Feels like he's not at the minute, but we'll see. Yeah, this dude by the lake. See what he wants me to do. Are you Halasian Creed with Halasian Creed in a blue name above your head? Zan religion. On this quest line in Sheol, you have to ask the law questions. Otherwise they go, well, I'm not talking to you anymore then. So you've got to click through more dialogue here. I think in the other ones you don't so much. Kill 3 karma. Okay. Go kill mission. Easy enough, I think. Is when you get to the 2 Yo's stood together, I think it decides whether or not you're killing the temple bosses or you're killing the temple boss himself. Or the catacombs bosses, rather. And it does it on level, and I think we're too high level to get away with it otherwise. What are we killing? Karma L. Are they inside the temple or not? Am I going the right way? I don't know. I don't think I am. Yeah, temple's south. Oh, you son of a... Missed it by a whisker, but never mind. Alright, what are you? Not the right type. Yeah, it's the generic mobs down here, isn't it? Carmarel. There we go. Back to not so good damage. Or not the same damage as a 220 NT. Who would one-shot all of these. Canal Cur. You guy. I'm afraid you have to die. Oh, I should check them, but they're not going to drop redeemed or unredeemed SIGs. Sun Len. You know, my language, cur means ass. So imagine how all those are redeemed. Yeah. That is true, yeah. Sounds different in my mother tongue, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Return to Halasian Creed. I will. Yeah, we're not ready for the other guy yet. He's one. I think he's the one that says, find the machines. From memory, I'm pretty sure he is, but I could be wrong. Okay, we killed them all. I'm back from the hunt. Yay, 190. Bye-bye. Right, can we now wear this? I think we can. So we put the tank armor on. Yay! Now we're wearing it proper. I'll put the XP one in there. There we go. Heavy Noten tank for the win. Right, also, time to spend IP. Breed cap, yeah, that's going to be the same, but we can now spend a bit more. And these have not been able to do so for a very long time. Ranged weapons, more bow. Knit. Specials. Fling shot. Exploring. A little bit in there. Combat and healing. Duh. Do we need more? Maybe. Maybe we should do some in there as well. Nano and casting, we'll come to that as and when we need it. Right, okay. So we're now talking to kill unredeemed roach. Yeah, so we'd have to do the whole farm 6 insignias, and I don't want to do that. That's too much work. Farming the insignias could take all night. You know, there's world leaders currently who one of whom's surname means the same thing as fart in the UK. So it's difficult to take a person like that seriously. President... I'm not going to say names because we're not going to go down that path. No, we're not. We get bombarded by politics every which way at the moment. Nobody needs to hear more of it. So, yeah, it's politics-free zone if we could, please, on the stream. Let's just chill out and play an old game, you know. Let's have a break from all that. But, yeah, we are kind of bombarded by it. So I need 6 unredeemed insignias. Now, given our level, the easiest way to get them is go kill redeemed mobs. So I am going to go do that. And be an evil person killing the opposing side. But then I'm going to just use a redeemed faction thing at 200. So I don't care. But it's easy for now anyway. You can kill generic mobs for the insignias, and you will be there for hours and hours and hours and hours. So if you kill unread, you will get no end of those insignias, versus if you go and kill your own sides, you'll get the opposing sides once. However, your faction will suffer. But given we have very little faction at the minute, yeah, it's just quicker. Perk, okay. Acrobat, careful in battle. Can't do any more there. Disharmony we could do for a bit more add damage, or we could go training seminar 4. Nah, you know what? I think we're going to go disharmony for more damage. There we go. I hate to do this, but it's the quickest way. I need 6 slots as well. Would you enjoy AO getting a major engine update or some such? Or should classics remain the same? No, I'm not anti-progress, but I just don't think it'll ever happen unless it's done by players. I don't think the companies like Funcom, I don't think they'll ever do it. Their focus is so far removed from where they were 20 odd years ago that, yeah, believe it or not, this is the new engine update. I'll get a beer and I'll show you. This is the new engine. It's DX9. But there you go. I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, believe it or not, this is the new engine. I'll show you now. Trouble is, you're not going to see the difference quite so well because I'm going to have to log off to do it. But we will. We'll do it anyway. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, actually, no. Let's... The MVME. So here's the old engine. I'm going to get it all queued up. And this is a modded engine. It's using DG Voodoo too. So I'm gonna come out of this now really quickly and log into it doesn't even I don't think it's got my prefs. No, it don't. I've not done the prefs in a while. Yeah, this is the vanilla engine. See, the shadow is just a splodge on the ground. I'm playing on the beta engine anyway. It's easier if I log two different clients in at the same time and stand on the exact spot. And now the shadow on the ground actually represents the character. Some rose-coloured glasses. Haven't seen this game in forever. Yeah, that's the thing. Sorry, I killed you. I just want insignias. Nope. Don't need that. I have nowhere near enough room for all the stuff I need to pick up. Don't need that anymore. Yeah, I tell a lot of people, actually, this is the new engine. They're like, no, it isn't. I'm like, well, yeah, but it is. And they're like, no, it isn't. Yeah, and, you know, anniversary events, yeah. Anniversary event happens every year. The Christmas stuff, Halloween, all of that still rolls by, but yeah, they haven't really done any updates for a good few years. We got Pyramid of Home, which is a new high-level dungeon. We got, after that, we got the Temple of the Three Winds, high-level raid instance, then the subway one, and then nothing. Those were the last few updates. One of which happened in 2020, I think. Saying these things drop insignias more often, I may be wrong. I could be killing my faction for nothing. I haven't got a single insignia yet. Oh, there we go. One. But the other side drop, you know, the other factions. Do I need the scepter anymore? I don't think I do. I think we get rid of it. What are these? Quality 1. Delete. I think that's enough room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's enough. I'm going to log the 220 for this, just because. Yeah, the anniversary events and such, I think they're quite automated. You know, they just switch them on. That's it. Two. Three. This is a bit more what I expected. Uh-oh. Snared. No, rooted. Oh, God. What quality are these ones? 136. Yeah, so we get the regular events, but I think that's just someone clicking a switch at the server. And the server's now shared with one of the Conan games, but Funcom can't actually shut it down because it's part owned by the Norwegian government. So they're not allowed to switch it off or sell it. Which is a weird situation to be in for them, but there you go. One, two, three, four, five. I think we need one more. While I destroy my faction. I know we need 6 for the spawn. Yep, there we go. So quicker than killing rando mobs, that's for sure. But it will kill your faction, so. Better than some other games. Yeah, true, yeah. But Funcom don't own Anarchy Online outright. The Norwegian government have some sort of there's some sort of interconnect between them where they got some sort of funding for the game and their company as a whole for the game, which means they can never ever shut it down because they signed a deal back then. Maybe one day they will sign some other deal or get out of it. I don't know. But I think without it, yeah, it would have been shut down in 2017. This engine released in 2015. It went through 3 different iterations. So they were going to put it back out on the Ogre engine, and they released videos of it as well, and it did look good on those videos, but they never actually got them to fruition. So they ended up not releasing that because apparently it turned out that the videos they released were running at about 1 FPS and they just sped them up. So it looked like 30 FPS. Yeah, there you go. So they started a project. They tried it on the Ogre engine, which is the engine they use for, I think, is it Star Wars: The Old Republic? Yeah, on that engine. And that engine looks really good, I think, for an MMO. It looks pretty awesome. So they tried to do it on that and then realised it wasn't going to work. And then they tried a different engine and they realised that wasn't going to work. And then they started with this engine. And it was really kind of broken, but they got it to sort of work. And then Monsieur took over and said, well, we could just do this with it. You know, if we don't have to redo all the textures, we can just do this. And import it into that engine and run it exactly the same way. There you go. And kind of simplified the process. He did more in 1 week than the previous 6 months under someone called Janelle. Who had everybody running around like a blue-ass fly, leveling up and everything. We were like, this is a test server. Where's auto? You know, so it was kind of weird. Right, I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to log that big NT again, I think. Just for speed, because they go kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. So give me a second to do that. Yeah, let's log him. We'll run him there, and he can do the killing part of things. Yeah, this engine's old school. This is like DX9. But, I mean, so was Half-Life 2. That's okay. On top of that, I am using Reshade, but only for SMAA, because the default engine has FXAA, which is fast approximate anti-aliasing or something like that it stands for, but basically it blurs all the textures. I don't like it. And this one doesn't, at least. For old technician, I give you 9 gazillion credits. Oh no, you gave him too many. It takes exactly what it costs. Nothing more. Yeah, I don't know who made this engine, but it's a DX9 variant of something. I think, you know, the original Conan game they did? I think it's based on that. But they haven't removed light assets and things like that. So when someone's got a metallic briefcase, it's a light source. That's how they got around making it look shiny in the DX7 engine, the original one. You know, so there's all sorts of shortcuts and there's lots of kind of duct tape and whatnot to make it work, but there we are. You can go so far with it. The problem, even RTGI doesn't help that much because it can't differentiate between RTGI. The GUI, it considers objects in the game instead of, you know, being the GUI. Just that's the way the game was written originally. So when it was imported, that kind of carried over with it. So when you do it, like your health bar and your GUI are part of, as far as RTGI is concerned, they're part of the game world space. So it's a bit weird. have a rebuff. Yeah, we're in a team. All right, let's get the first character in. And so they've got to do the trade. Is it that way? No. Is it straight through at the bottom? Or do we go over to the right? I can never remember. I think I was supposed to go to the right. If it's spirits, then yeah. Yeah, spirits, yeah, it's the other way. It would be nice to see this in DX10 or DX11 or, you know, people go, oh, Unreal 5, but I don't think Unreal 5's all that, to be honest. It's got its own problems. The Unreal Engine is not good with transversal, which means in a live game, it's going to be hard work because, you know, when you see another character, then the server has to supply your client with information like, okay, they're wearing XYZ in this slot, XYZ in this slot, and so on and so forth. So I don't know. It works well enough in, you know, standalone games, although, you know, quite a lot of them are terribly badly optimized. But yeah, it's just the way it is. Let's get you in there. For kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Right, I think he's the right guy to start with. Isn't he? Or do I need a different guy? No, he's not the guy. Or do I need to kill him? Let's kill him and see what happens. I think, yeah, you kill him, then you talk to this guy. No, yeah, that's it. This creepy little dude turns up after you kill him. Blah, 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 blah. Lots and lots of words. He's looking more and more nervous every second. It is in what? Okay, let me have a look. Right, and now we give him these 6 insignias. Guaranteed to work. Everybody ready for him. Something. Dark side. Right, this should be it. Let's see. Enter the beast. Okay. Right, put them all on me. Eric Miller. Coming down. And me, I'm gonna go hide behind a pillar. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do AoE blind. I'm gonna give you all an AoE dot. And I'm just gonna kill you very, very quickly. Unredeemed roach. There you are. Tactical nuke. I don't think any of them are close enough for it to be that effective, but it's just funny watching everything die. Let's just kill him quickly. Oh, let's do volcanic eruption on them all, just for the lols. Oh, you still alive? More volcanic eruption. That will perk it. I'm going to pull you over here just so you're easy to loot. Oh, and you guys had to come up, didn't you? Let's get you over here. Doop-a-doop-doo-doop-a-doop-a-doo-doo. No, he's got nothing on him. What a piece of crap boss. But that did push my faction up quite a bit. Return to Halcyon Creed. I will. Yeah, if you look back at the old videos, in fact, they took one down because it's not actually the old engine. It's not the engine they're using now, anyway. Where did I hide it? I think I put it in this folder. which I carry a lot of crap in, but don't worry about that. I don't know, I've got all kinds of crap in here. Yeah, in one, I've got the original video they released for the new engine that they took down because they realised that the video wasn't the engine they released. And it does look a lot better. Water looks a lot better. It's got ambient occlusion, reflective water and stuff like that. And the engine they actually released does not. So... the whole water thing kind of went by the by. Right, I'm getting a beer. We'll go back to Halcyon Creed and see how far we get. Yeah, I think this is much closer to the Conan engine, the first Conan game they made. It's obviously some sort of a hybrid, though. Because if you go back to the old Conan game, the first one they made, it does look different to this. But then again, the text, they didn't adapt the textures or anything. So the textures are essentially the same textures you have in the original vanilla, as we call it, engine. Which were designed for a CRT monitor, not for a LCD monitor, or LED monitor rather. So I'm playing on a QLED monitor with G-Sync and all the bells and whistles, and it looks okay, but quite a lot of old games that were developed for CRT do look really quite different. When you see them on a CRT, they look so much better because that's what they were designed for. And if you're not quite sure what I'm on about, yeah, there's loads of images like this. So that's how they looked on CRT. That's how it looks on LED. There's loads of images like that. CRT things look rounded and really quite different, and like there's a good example. CRT, see how she looks there on an LCD or LED? That's what they look like. Same here. See, his eyes are just a couple of dots and stuff, but on CRT, because of the bleed, pixel bleed, they were designing so it looked good with the pixel bleed because that's what we were using, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's definitely a thing. There's a look to CRT. It's an artifacting of CRTs that doesn't happen on liquid crystal flat screens. But this game on a CRT does look better than it does on an LED, you know, because of it was developed long before they were commonplace. Halcyon Creed, it's done. Big XP. Who would I go to work for? Right, there we go. One whose words sound the same. I think this is the Catacombs mission, which with the 220 is quite easy. We'll just poodle along as we level. So a lot of the faces in this game, like her face, looks quite different on a CRT than it does, say, on a... looks quite different on CRT than it does on LCD. Yeah, let me under the rock. So some of the textures that look quite harsh and whatnot just aren't anymore. Where we are? I thought we were doing Catacombs. Or do you do the Catacombs instead of that guy? I think maybe that was it. Because this feels like the machines part of the quest. He's the machines guy, so yeah, I think that's what it is. What machines? Find traces of Xantep. Find the first machine. Is it that one? Is there a sequence? There probably is, and we're probably not doing it, but let's see. Nope, not that one. Is there a sequence? We've got, how long? 9 minutes. Yeah, we'll get there. So we'll try all of them. I think there is a sequence and we're not following it. Nope. The one over there? Maybe it must be, because we've done the other two. I'm not worried, we've got 8 minutes. It doesn't take us a lot long to run there. All the inherent mobs are grey, so they don't aggro, so doing this at 120 would be difficult though, because all the mobs at aggro and yada yada yada. Which is why we did not do it at that level. Find traces of Zan technology. Find the second. It's going to be one of the other two. It's going to try the one to the north first. The first one we went to look at. And if it's not, then we know it's the other one. Nope. It's the one to the south. Okay. Oh my god, we've still got 9 minutes. 8 minutes. It's not difficult. And clicky you. There we go. Well, you've only got 3 to find, so it's not difficult, is it? Return to the one whose words have something, something, something. And then I think we do the words thing. I wouldn't mind this for the higher bow buff, but we'll have to see if we can stay on for that long. The plan was hit 190, so... Brothers, uncles, I have none, but this was my father's son. Okay, let's just get the answer. Let's be lazy. Let's just look it up. Okay. Guides, Shadowlands, quests, Nascence, Elysium, Sheol, Knowledge of the Utters. That's the one we want. Done all that. Done that. Does that. Doesn't it say the first answer? A man is and was and will be looking at a picture of another man and says, brothers and uncles I have none, but this was my father's son. Picture of himself. Incorrect. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on, what is the answer? I can't be arsed. Do the machines. Once you return one, give you similar answer. It's a picture of his son. Okay. Find the machines. Bring it on. Picture of his son. Yay, XP. Right, so now we go talk to the others. Find the one who will always listen. Okay. Seriously, we're taking the law here. Is this a sided quest? No, Yutto's is not sided. You can do it on each faction. Same with the scientists. You will fight different mobs and do different things, but essentially it's the same quest. The guide is here, but you do need to complete all of the scientists' quests in order to do it. It literally stops you going any further, which is really annoying. But yeah, the scientist quest is not hard, but after you've done it, you can do this one. I mean, you can do this one all the way up to the last stage before it stops you and says, have you helped the scientists enough? Yes, I enjoy that, whatever. I have some time. Are you going to talk to me more? Okay, bye. Listen to the first story. Follow the waymarker. Yeah, I mean, I went and killed a bunch of redeem mobs so I could get the unread insignias quicker. Doesn't really matter, you know. You use a token package and you just like, yeah, max my side. So, and at this level, it doesn't matter either. At 200 plus, yeah, the faction's incredibly important to your XP gain, but beyond that, no, it isn't. On sided faction, Guardian faction just affects how far you can move in Shadowlands. Like, can you go to Penumbra? Can you go to Inferno? And, you know, all these other places. And Guardian faction, you can't lose. So, yeah, is what it is. It's not hard killing grey mobs, though, is it? Really? It's, you know, I killed about 8 mobs on my side just because they would drop unread insignias quicker than anything else. And they did. And then we went and killed the temple boss because we had those insignias. Which completely reset my faction. Definitely done it saved in Inf. That's Guardian faction. So your sided faction makes no difference to how far you can progress in Shadowlands. It's your Guardian faction, which is killing generic mobs like hecklers and stuff like that. Reach 199 every time. I've unfrozen over the years. 220 one day. Oh god, I've got like 30 220s. It's so easy to level now with daily missions and crap like that. Right, talk to you as quickly as we can. I'm not going to listen to a word you say. I'm just going to look up all the answers for the end. Because reasons. Right, time at 10 o'clock. To text Mrs. Carlos 2 and ask her how her shift's been. Listen to the story. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We don't care. We got the crib sheet for all the answers, so... More story. Faction was the biggest problem with the original Shadowlands release. On the amount of threads saying let us change to neutral so we can earn faction and level. It's just like ridiculous. Because there was no meaningful way to earn faction. You had to kill temple bosses for it, whereas now you can just do an Inferno old sided, do 2 or 3 of them, and you'll cap faction, and then level very fast in Shadowlands. But it didn't exist at the time, so it was a massive problem for everybody playing Shadowlands expansion when it came out in what 2004. Yeah, Alien Invasion was a good reset because it said, you know, no, this is not a fantasy game. This is a a science fiction MMORPG. It kind of reasserted itself with that. I think Shadowlands was, as it was released, was a really bad idea. It felt tacked on, and I've heard a lot of stories whereby there's confirmation that it was actually developed as its own game, which is why I think most of the low-level playfields were developed and the higher-level playfields were not. So when it released and we all ended up in, you know, Penumbra and or Inferno very quickly because we just ploughed through the quests and such, if you walked off a path, you fell back to Rubicon, and that's the time they removed fall damage because so many people were falling through geometry and ending up back in on Rubicon because it was an unfinished sort of game basically that they tacked on to Anarchy. Then they fixed it. I mean, when we first got to Inferno, there were 2 spots where hecklers spawned and pretty much there was nothing else there. It was totally unfinished. I remember I was there. People go, oh, citation needed. I am the citation, you prick. I was there. That's just like annoying, that is. Yeah, but can you give me a link that proves it? No, son, this is before all of that. We were here, we did it the hard way. You can go back and find all the posts on the old forums about, please let us go neutral so we can earn faction to level. They're all still there on the old forums. Spamming the jump. Let's get over. There we go. Yeah, so Shadowlands really didn't land well. I think if it landed as it is now, in other words, with the sided missions, the neutral missions, and so on and so forth, if it had been released like that, yeah, it had gone down like a storm. People would have been like, oh, this is great. I'm much higher level and more powerful and yada, yada, yada. But it didn't. It released as, well, kind of a mess, really. Whereas the Alien Invention, that was Means, wasn't it? Yeah. He was like the coolest game dev ever. He was like a rock star. I don't know if he was any good at what he did, but he kind of convinced you that he was somehow, because he was just totally cool. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, so when he released Alien Invasion, It was fully fleshed out. It integrated with Anarchy as the game as it was, etc. So yeah, it was really cool. Nothing felt broken about it. It all worked. I've definitely done that. I'm saved in Inf. Yep. I read that one. Right, story. You like ruins? Listen to the story. We don't care. See, this is all fantasy crap, isn't it, really? Listen to the story. God, I remember when there was no NPC dialogue window in the old AO. You had to type the correct response into vicinity. And if anybody ran past in vicinity and shouted, or whatever, it broke and you had to start from the beginning. That's how it used to be before we had this. Can you imagine how much fun that was? You're all at Dogda trying to do the shoulder pad quest. You've done all the hard work, and yeah. I am the proof. Yeah, exactly. This is why I left, part of the reason I left the Discord server, because it was full of fucking dweebs that have been playing the game for 5 minutes, telling me I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm going, I don't want to say, do you know who I am? But do you know who I am? How long I've played this game? How much content I've created about this game? How much information I'm sharing about this game? It just, like, really ticked me off. Yeah, and even people came on afterwards and went, you do know who you were talking to, don't you? Which it is kind of an arrogant sounding thing, but it was more a case of, I am the evidence, I was there. You know, what the fluff are you talking about? Oh, you can't find it in Google in 2 seconds flat, so I must be not telling the truth. Well, sorry to disappoint, but no. Right, let's get all the answers. Correct answers are Sean Ramsey. Oh, he's still in there. That's cool. Next answer, The King. Wrong character. The King, followed by a log. Followed by her husband. Next answer, her husband, 20. Then 3. Sling. You can see how much I care about the law. Right, so after you, what do we do? So we do you. And then we go to another NPC. Okay. You got to think as well with AI, the combined alien armor. In most instances, there's nothing better unless it's a best in slot item. And half of those now are best in slot like years after the last expansion. So Legacy of the Zan, whatever. Then they introduced the new dungeons with more items in them. I am the proof. Yeah, it's like that scene from Oh God, what's the movie? Jack Nicholson, Tom Cruise, except Demi Moore. Yeah, it's a bit like that. Both old Simpson role players should be punished with permanent flags. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Some guy was going, oh, first Froob Hollow Island raid ever. You got to remember, Froobs now are 10 times more powerful than they used to be. We didn't have Dogs of War and combined buffs, at all. So if you needed, base abilities, you had to have all 6 of those, you had to have all 6 of the next one, and you'd run out of NCU in like 5 minutes. And the armor and everything else. Oh my God. Today, Froobs are way more powerful than yesteryear Froobs, like pre-Shadowlands Froobs, where everyone was a Froob, effectively. So, yeah, it was kind of nuts. Ooh, 2 messages from Mrs. Carlos. Let's have a look. Oh, Camera Club. 220 Rowan, you need to do the biodome to get the item to make the Rowan. I need to get the Rowan to max level. You need whatever 1,000 matter creation, 3,000 and something. Apparently a resub, not knowing. I've been resub since February 28th. Funcom stealing my money now. Well, you control your finances, not them. So, yeah, if you want to cancel the payment, you can, but I wouldn't. Yeah, well, the highest level one requires the highest nano skill. So you're going to have to make sure you're fully buffed, not rezzing, have all the right outside buffs if they're needed, and then get a wrangle if needed, and then you cast the highest level pet. Trust me, the 220 pet's fine. What does it go up to? Like, if you get another 1,000 in matter creation, then you get the 223 pet. It is better, but I mean, not by much, You don't recall resubbing. Well, there's a thing on it which is recurring sub, one-time payment, and something else. So, yeah. I just leave mine on recurring because I still like the game. I still like playing it. So, itchy old man ears. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to open up my payments screen, but it's been ongoing for a long time. Never did think it was... Yeah, I just, like, everyone, make an Nanamage MP. That way you can have the highest pet. Yeah, but then I have the least HP and evades and everything else. It's just, ugh. Overpowered GG. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I remember how buffing was like playing an chord on a piano. Yeah, it kind of was. Oh, dear. Right, okay, I'm going to go up to the top of this hill, and I'm going to call it. I think I've done enough for one night. I've had enough fun. We now need to talk to the one who will never stop, and then do the thing with the dogs or whatever. Well, we got to 191, which is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Let's check out anybody else playing Anarchy Online. I'm curious. Oh god, it's me and Rubicar live feed again. Who's this? I don't even know who this is. Katra. Oh no, she's quite nice actually. What's she doing?
I'd have been taking your thing.
You didn't see nothing. I didn't do.
I mean, they're like proper streamers. They're not like me. What game is this? Elder Scrolls Online. Oh, right, cool. Okay. Well, you know, we'll go raid them. Why not?
I got Mag Michelle, I'm good.
Okay. I like when Chris has Magma Show.
I also like when I have Mag Michelle.
There we go. We go raid this lady. She seems pretty cool. So, you know, why not? That does not look like Skyrim or something. It's, you know what I mean? It's cool, but yeah, it feels, that looks more like, I don't know, like a WoW game, maybe? I don't know. Just saying. I never did get into Elder Scrolls Online, so I don't really know. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, but there you go.
Oh god, she's invincible.
1,000 years before Skyrim. Oh, is it set previous? Okay.
I'm gonna take responsibility.
More like a Daggerfall game or something. I don't know. Yeah, it looks cool, but I've just never ever got into it. Asheron's Call. Yeah, the Funcom game. Yeah, I'm sure I did. I don't know how far I got with it, but yeah, I think I did.
Continue killing the ads.
Like Deus Ex was my stepping off point, and then Half-Life, and then Anarchy Online, and then, you know, whatever. FPS, atmospheric kind of a game, and then Anarchy Online, and it's been Anarchy Online for a number of years.